Alright guys, this is Edgar, also known as, not the corner but the edge, from the Smiling Fish team, and today I was going to give you a Battlin Boxer deck profile. So, of course you can see the main cards, I would say. Lead Yolk, of course, Destruction, Survival, and then Switch Hitter, who gets you your special summons very easily. He's your main card, I guess I could say, your main go-to guy. So let's get to it. We have 18 monsters, 12 traps, and 10 spells. So for the monster lineup, we actually have 3 switch hitters, of course. Now switch hitter is the one that special summons another Battlin Boxer from your graveyard. The turn you do this, you can only special summon Battlin Boxers. So, switch hitter into either another switch hitter or headgeared, etc. And what I do sometimes is I'll go switch hitter, Glassjaw, and Glassjaw will punch for that 2000, and then switch hitter will attack for 15 before I go and overlay. See? Because even if they have something like Mirror Force, Glassjaw will still go off, and we'll get his effect, and then we'll just get to recycle that switch hitter. So it's not that bad actually, getting to attack with them. Of course, if your opponent has something that is obviously 2000 defense or 2100 or less, then you need to go Lead Yolk. If it's less than 2000, of course you can swing it with the Glassjaw. So 3 headgeared, because you need that power to send stuff to the graveyard. And it sort of helps being able to survive being destroyed by battle once per turn. Spar. Spar is one of those that is kind of tricky to figure out how many you're going to run, but I run 3, considering that I like having an opening hand. I go headgeared and then send a switch hitter and special Spar from my hand and make Lead Yolk first turn. So it helps for those plays. However, Spar does not limit you to only making Battlin Boxers, so sometimes you'll need to make something else. Sometimes you just need that 800 burn with a cowboy, and he can help you get that. So, there's that. Glassjaw, again, a crucial part of the deck. We run 3 of him, so 3 Glassjaw. When he's sent to the grave, you get to pick a Battlin Boxer other than Glassjaw, and add it to your hand. Now, granted, when he's sent to the grave by a card effect is when this will activate. If he's destroyed by battle, it won't work, but he has a clause where if he's selected as an attack target, he self-destructs, just like Utopia would. So, he has that built-in card effect there. But usually you just send him with a headgeared and then add something to your hand. Then we have the counterpunches. Counterpunches. I'm not that big a fan of counterpunch, but I did need to add more monsters, I felt, to this deck. So I'm only running 2. That extra 1000 comes in handy. Now, for some of my tech monsters, I'm running Blaster, the Elemental Dragon Lord. So, Blaster, I use 2 of him. He's really good in this deck. You throw him away with a counterpunch, you blow something up, the counterpunch can banish itself from the hand or graveyard, so it doesn't matter if you throw it away. You can throw away some of these, like Spar. You can throw away Spar, or if you want a target for your switch hitter, you can throw any of them away, except for Counterpunch, because he's a 3-star. The other uses are later in the game. If you have these Firefists or Battlin Boxers in your graveyard, I kind of miss the Burning Knucklers, but if you have a lot of these fires, you can start banishing them, bring out Blaster, start attacking stuff, and then end phase he'll just come back to your hand, and you'll get to throw him away with another thing for more blasting. Another tech card I use is Weissel. Weissel, I can't stress enough how good it is in this deck. You have all the destruction cards that are out in the meta right now. We have, of course, Draco Sack being one of the most used ones. We have the Prophecy High Priestess. We have stuff like Jaugen. Of course, this wouldn't work too well against Jaugen because it's special summon. But Weissel works very well in this deck. If your opponent attacks a Glassjaw's effect will activate, then you can chain Weissel onto the Glassjaw effect, and special summon the Weissel, and then add a Battlin Boxer to your hand. So, he combos stuff well. So that's all the monster lineup. Now for spells. I run one Starlight Road, or spells and traps, I mean. One Starlight Road. It's fairly back row heavy, as I said, 12 traps. So Starlight Road's self-explanatory. As is the Warning. Warning helps a lot in this meta. Just to be able to say no to something. Pay the 2,000. No, I don't think so. Draco Sack, Big Eye, no. Bottomless. Another underrated card. People think, oh, well, Draco Sack is immune to stuff. Well, not if he doesn't have tokens. Bottomless him on tokens. If you're fighting something else, it works against a lot of things. It doesn't have to be E-Dragons. It can be, say, agents. Bottomless and Master Hyperion, there goes one of their heavy hitters, big plays. Some people still running Chaos. Bottomless that Chaos Sorcerer. Bottomless the BLS. It all works. Magic Cylinder. This is a card I run 2 of. And Magic Cylinder is just... no one sees it coming. It's at 3, I run 2. It wins games. Your opponent's trying to attack you, say, with Catastor or something. You go Magic Cylinder. They take 22, and it can make the difference in the game. Call the Haunted, it's a great card. I'm considering changing this. I like running it. I like using the 2. Because in this deck, there's certain little plays I like to make using the Call the Haunted, but it is good for a backup plan. If I have a blaster in the grave, my opponent's trying to smash my face in, Call the Haunted, the blaster, and survive. Torrential, another necessity in this deck. This deck has monster destruction left and right, so another good play for Weissel, and of course a field clear card. And for the last parts of the traps, triple compulse, because in this meta you kind of have to. It deals with so many things. Everything is so fast. Just to put a bump in their road, get rid of their Exceed, Synchro, whatever it is they're using. Now for the spells, we have a lot of the staples. We have Dark Hole, Monster Reborn. We don't use Heavy Storm in this deck because there's so much back row. Heavy Storm hurts the deck, so I don't use that. I do use a Book of Moon. I think you can tell from the sparkles. Starfoil rare. Book of Moon just to make an opponent's effect dissipate, to prevent an opponent from using something like a Draco Sack. I know I'm using that example a lot, but it works. Or to stop an attack, you know. Oh, you're attacking me 3,000? Book of Moon. Not anymore. So it has its multiple uses. We have Foolish. Foolish is too good in this deck. If you have, say, Switch Hitter in your graveyard, Foolish Burial, send a Glassjaw. Glassjaw's effect gets the Switch Hitter. Switch Hitter, normal summon, special to Glassjaw. It has plays. Or it can set you up if you don't have the Switch Hitter in the grave. Foolish it to the graveyard. Have it for later. Rhoda. This is a mostly warrior deck, so you kind of have to have Rhoda in any warrior deck that uses warriors level 4 or lower. Again, more tech cards. So the warrior returning alive. as I said, it has its plays. Foolish Burial. You'll throw something away, and you don't have a glass jaw. You don't have a play to send a glass jaw. So you will play the Warrior Returning Alive, and you'll pick it right back up. Let you go for those plays again. And last but not least, I'm running 2 MSTs in this deck. Since I don't have Heavy Storm, MST is my answer to stuff. And people just have started saying that that's not a very good card, being that everything is so full of monster effects. But the 1 or 2 spell or traps that they might set, this is good against them, just because it's they're like their only things that they have. So, say you're fighting Prophecy, and they set a Fate or something, a quick play, and they're ending their turn. Well, you go MST, and you don't have to worry about it later. Of course, it is Prophecy. They do recycle, so you have to keep that in mind. So, now we do Extra Deck. Extra Deck, run 3 Lead Yolk, the main XYZ. If he would be destroyed, and there's Papal Operative, if he would be destroyed by a card effect or battle, and it's not just him, any Battlin boxer, then you can detach one of these XYZ materials and prevent just one of those cards' destruction. Anytime an XYZ is removed from him, he gains 800. So a Tempo tries to get rid of it, he will still gain 800 attack. Just keep that in mind. Photon Papal Operative, very useful for Spirit Reapers or Unknowns, and it's needed sometimes. Cowboy, I just recently got this. Thank you, Drew, one of the fellow fish on the Smiling Fish team. And Cowboy, it's a game changer. Special and defense, 800 could be the difference between game 1, game 2. Now we have Utopia. I just needed stuff in here to throw in to make it 15 cards. I'm not comfortable making an extra deck with less than 15, but Utopia is one of those, where it's 15, where it's just to fill in that 15 gap, 4-star, good effect. So we run 2 of him. Then Blade Armor. A warrior deck needs some of these warrior-specific exceeds. So Blade Armor, that double attack, comes in handy. I use 2 of him. And an Excalibur. I only use the 1, thinking that I might need to make something like Excalibur out of randomness, say, get over an Obelisk. Crash into Obelisk. So, one of my few outs to random oddities. Gemini Pearl. This is one of those cards that I like to make. If I can go make something other than, say, my Lead Yolk, then I'll make him. Because I like to have that 2600 I can call the Haunted back instead of, say, my Blaster, and he will stay on the field. Blaster will return himself to my hand, leaving Call the Haunted useless. Now Daigusto Emerald. I like to recycle my stuff. I'm a huge fan doing that. So I put back the Lead Yolks, I put back my Exceeds, I put back stuff that I need. Sometimes I've gone through all my Glass Jaws, or let's say I want my Weissel back. I'll put the stuff back with him. Star Cestus, I put him in here just partially because I had one, someone had given one to me, and I figured I may as well throw him in here. He does help get around stuff, being that he has during either player's battle step, if a Battlin boxer I control battles an opponent's monster, then he can negate the effects of the opponent's monster, and the monster I control can't be destroyed by battle. So this gets around Catastor or large monsters that have random effects. It helps survive in battle. The best thing I can think of at the moment is getting around that one Blackwing that's level 7 Armor Master, I believe it is, who can't be destroyed by battle. But finally we have Heraldry Crest. And Heraldry Crest has won me probably 2 games out of the Exceeds here. And I've explained this in the other video, so if you want to check that out, there's a link down in the description. And that's it for the Exceeds. Then we have Stardust, just to go with the Starlight Road. But tell me what you guys think for the Battlin Boxer deck. I actually took it to a couple tournaments and went undefeated with it. So just comment, links, like, subscribe, whatever. But this is Edgar from Smiling Fish Team, also not the corner but the edge. And my channel's link is down in the description as well. But yeah, see you guys.